Fortnite has been around for over 5 years now, and with that amount of time, there's a lot of things in the game that we kind of just got used to. But when you think about them more closely, they don't really make sense. Like, for example, where do players actually go when they get eliminated? Or can the battle bus actually fit 100 people inside of it? What about Peely? Where did he come from? These are the types of questions we're going to be asking today as we cover 14 things that don't make sense in Fortnite or even shouldn't exist. Now, hopping into it with the first thing here, I will note that I'm recording this in chapter 3 because right before the change to chapter 4, but a lot of these things will still be relevant in chapter 4 by the time you're probably watching this video. But like, for example here, the first thing I want to talk about, this is one that I've noticed since like the very first season, and that is that none of the houses actually have real windows. Well, I mean, they actually have the space for the window, but they don't have glass inside of them. You can just fire right on through and no glass breaks, which seems kind of pointless for the fact of having all of these windows, right? I mean, does glass not exist in Fortnite? Well, that can't be true because all of the cars actually have glass. But that makes it even more confusing. Why do the cars have glass but not the houses? Like, look at the gas stations too. What is the point of having all of this open space? You can just straight up jump through it. Well, like, look at this right here. There is glass on certain windows, and that kind of sort of breaks like glass. But again, those types are super rare, so it doesn't make sense. Now, speaking of car windows and stuff, the cars themselves don't really make a ton of sense either, especially when you bring them over to water because they can pretty much just drive on top of water anyways. Granted, they will sink after a little bit, but that's not how actual cars work. You're not supposed to be able to drive them and actually get acceleration from a standstill using a car. Like, how can you just completely turn around? It doesn't make any sense. Although one thing that does make sense is that these cars require fuel to actually run. And if you go to fill up your car at a gas station, you'll notice that the price is $2.39, which seems like a pretty good price actually, right? However, what type of money is that? Is it dollars? Is it gold? I mean, there's no dollar sign in front of it. And like, if we go inside and find a cash register, which should hold the value in the Fortnite universe, we'll go ahead and search it, you get gold. But then check this out. If we go out to the gas pumps themselves and check the side of them, you'll see that it says this sale with a dollar sign in front of it, implying that this is actually a dollar. So then what is the point of the gold resource? Is it essentially the same thing as dollars? What about V-Bucks? Do those exist? I'm so confused right now. Now, this next thing is one that might no longer be on the map in chapter 4, so I had to record it now. It has to do with this restaurant, the fish stick restaurant. My question is, what does he actually serve? I mean, if we take a look here, it's implied that these are just normal fish sticks, right? But that would imply that our friend here is actually a cannibal, and why did a grenade just fly past my face? Okay, there we go. We got him. But yeah, if we go inside, I mean, there's signs saying yum, yum, yum. Again, that seems to be what they look like. And I mean, check this out. We've actually got a sign. And if we zoom in, we can in fact see that it says fish, which pretty much confirms that, yeah, our good friend here eats other fish. But not only that, also shrimp, clam, crab, whatever joy, pogo, boomstick. Wait, I've never read all of these before. He sells a glue stick. I never noticed that. Now, there are a ton of skins in Fortnite. Like, seriously, so many. And a bunch of them also have masks. Like, for example, this one right here, which is just completely covered by a face mask. If we then bring this skin onto the map and grab a shield potion, how did these characters actually drink the shield potion through the mask? He's just splashing it on the front. Maybe I'm thinking about this one too much. In fact, you could maybe say that about a lot of these, but it's still funny to think about. I also love how certain emotes, like the jumbo popcorn, he's just like throwing them through the mask itself. And speaking of shields and stuff, they're usually used to protect us from getting eliminated, right? But that begs a question that has been asked since the beginning of Fortnite, and this wolf is chasing me. Oh no. No, he's actually kind of chill. Oh, I didn't know you were chill like that. But yeah, if we get eliminated, where does our character actually go? Like, I know kind of according to the lore of Fortnite, you kind of break out of the loop or go back into the loop, so you keep repeating the process. But one thing that doesn't answer is what this robot is that appears above your character when you actually get eliminated, which I'm having a tough time of zooming in on. It keeps disappearing. But again, you can see this robot that appears over everybody's head when they get eliminated and then zaps them up. Where is it zapping them to? Who makes this robot? That's got to be one of the biggest questions in Fortnite. And speaking of fall damage, have you ever noticed that no no matter what type of damage your character takes, when they go to use a med kit, they only put the healing stuff and the bandages on the right arm, just the forearm. Like, I'm pretty sure my legs got hurt from that fall, but somehow the bandage on my arm completely heals me. I could even get completely sniped in the face, and my character will be like,
nah fam, just gotta patch up this arm and I'll be good to go.
I would honestly be scared to go to a Fortnite doctor. Now, one of the most iconic things inside of Fortnite is the battle bus itself. But as I said in the beginning of the video, how does it actually hold 100 players? Now let's take a closer look here and actually do the math. Like right here, we've got a battle bus with each window probably being 2 seats on each side, which could probably hold around 4 players. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll count the door in the middle as 8, then 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be 48 players. Quite a far reach away from 100. But let's say that you also fill up the middle with another 12. That's only 60. And I mean, the bus driver himself is technically an extra player, so we need 101 spaces. So I mean, you would have to cram 40 more people into this bus in order to fit all of the players for the Fortnite island. And even in trailers and stuff, it is nowhere near close enough to that. Now, way back in one of the earlier seasons, Fortnite added a special category for items in your inventory called toys. And one of those is the beach ball, which oddly enough, when you fire at it, bullets just go right through it. Does absolutely no damage, which that in and of itself makes no sense. But then when you couple it with the giant beach ball that was added in chapter 3, it continues to make even less sense, because you'd expect that bullets would pop this giant beach ball, but instead it is completely indestructible and you can fire at it to get it flying into the air. Like, this thing is straight up invincible. Not even a rocket can destroy this thing or even leave a scratch on it, when rockets in this game can destroy entire boulders in one hit. But this plastic beach ball, yeah, no, nothing can destroy it. Also, I've always found it kind of odd that boats are just allowed to drive on land. Granted, it's very slow, and I guess you could say that maybe the boosters on the back are the reason it can drive along, but I don't know. I'm not quite convinced. It still seems pretty weird to me. Now, in case Tilted Towers is no longer in chapter 4, I wanted to highlight something that never really made sense to me. That has to do with this secret room right here, which I already broke through the brick floor piece in order to get inside of it. But my question has always been, why is this even here? Like, you've got seemingly important machinery and a bunch of pipes going through, which would make sense as an area to, you know, keep up some maintenance. But then why do they completely block off this staircase leading outside? I mean, it leads nowhere, just into a bunch of bricks. And can you chill, buddy? There we go. Yeah, the staircase is just covered by a bunch of solid bricks, so there's nowhere for this staircase to actually go. So how are they ever supposed to access this stuff? It makes no sense. Also, is the bottom of this piece made out of wood and then the top of it is actually brick? That doesn't make any sense either. Oh, and here's a bonus one as I'm just running by. I love that the semi-trucks, when they don't spawn or you manage to destroy it just right, the trailer on the back just decides to completely go against gravity and refuse to tilt over. Even with a heavy box on the front of it, it is just completely balancing on these back wheels. That should not be happening. Now, one of the most interesting additions into Fortnite was animals, but I specifically want to talk about the crows, which, well, for one, just appear out of nowhere and just grow, which in and of itself doesn't make any sense. Like, let's see right here. If I just stand here, yep, a crow literally just grew out of nothing in front of us. But if we eliminate one of these guys, okay, well, that one didn't give us anything. We need to wait for one of the legendary crows. Oh, there's one right there. All right, we got to eliminate him in one shot. Let's go. My question with this is, how does all of this stuff fit inside a tiny crow? I mean, an entire SMG, a huge slab of meat, and even a bunch of bullets, they all fit inside of the tiniest animal on the map. That makes no sense. Now, guys, I also have to ask a question that has maybe been asked for the longest time in Fortnite. What exactly is Peely? Like, did we just decide to accept that Fortnite added a giant banana character? Human banana, by the way. He's got human hands and feet and legs and all that. I mean, they never explained this. The description just says go bananas, and we're just supposed to accept it. I mean, is he like a radioactive banana made by a normal banana? I mean, the banana consumable exists beasts on the map. And there's even this right here, as I showed you in a previous video. Keely is seen eating a regular banana. What? How is that okay, Fortnite? How? But I guess in a game that also has giant cat characters, I guess you kind of got to just accept it. I'm also looking at you, giant hot dog dude. I've got lots of questions for you as well. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to subscribe. Also, check out my previous videos. Got a bunch of fun ones on the screen here. But again, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.